A special moment of truth movie to Walk Again, NBC Wednesday.
Underneath the skin you see is the skin you want. Now Fruition from Estee Lauder, the remarkable triple fruit acid complex that can give you up to 60% increase in clarity, up to 40% improvement in texture, up to 37% in smoothness. Fruition from Estee Lauder. Only one gift in the world gives you Fruition. It's free with any Estee Lauder purchase of $15 or more. This Estee Lauder gift is yours through February 26th at Dillard's.
Oh, we're getting killed out there. We need more meat on the line.
Coach needs more meat on the line.
Coach needs more meat.
Coach wants some meat.
M-E-E-T. Get Coach some meat. Meat's on the way.
Bigfoot Meaty Madness!
Introducing Bigfoot Meaty Madness. 4 meat toppings, one low price, just $10.99.
What's this?
It's the meat, Coach.
Well, he's kind of scrawny. Suit him up. Hey, who ordered the pizza? This is great.
Bigfoot from Pizza Hut, a legendary value.
You're watching KWES 9, KWES TV. News West 9 at 10 with Jay Hendricks and Melissa Hendricks, meteorologist Mark Lee with weather, and Mike Adkins with sports. Now, News West 9 at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Melissa Hendricks.
And I'm Jay Hendricks. 12 years in prison, that's what a Midland jury has decided is the sentence for 18-year-old Ramsey Blake Harrell. It took the jury just under 6 hours to decide that penalty. They convicted Harrell of murder in the April 1993 shooting death of Odessa hairdresser Tommy Music. Harrell shot Music in the head 4 times. Although District Attorney Al Shorey wanted the jury to convict Harrell of capital murder, they found him guilty of the lesser charge of murder. Defense attorneys hoped for a maximum sentence of probation. Shorey had asked for a minimum of 60 years. With a 12-year sentence, Harrell could be paroled in 4 years.
Graffiti is becoming one of the Permian Basin's biggest eyesores. Today, residents in one Odessa community were outraged to see their houses doused by spray paint. Jason Feinberg brings us closer to this growing problem.
Start right over again. So they paint them and they do it again, and paint them and they do it again. There's bound to be an answer.
Daniel is one outraged Odessan. She's calling city manager Jerry McGuire about a problem that she sees as clear as the writing on the wall. It's graffiti, and she says it's everywhere she looks.
This is my home, and I'm tired of it. I want something done about it. And what do you suggest? Well, what do you suggest? You're the city manager. You know more about the city than I do.
Jean McDaniel has been living in this area for 32 years. For the last 12 years, she and her husband have been walking for exercise. They walk the same route every day, but today they noticed something different. Wet paint caused by graffiti on private property. The first time around the block, she noticed these markings on her neighbor's house. The second time around the block, she spotted this. And the third time around, her own house and fence were painted.
Within 30 minutes, they had marked not only on my fence, they've marked on our neighbor's block from here on the corner. And I'm real upset about it because, Mr. McGuire, this is not the ghetto. This is my home. I've lived here for 32 years, and I've raised 3 kids here. And I'm real upset about it, now more so because they're marking on my fence.
The issue was also on the mind of several passerbys. In 10 minutes, 3 other cars pulled over to talk about similar situations in their neighborhood. What did you see? What have you seen recently here?
That they put graffiti on her fence and on her garage.
And George Mayfield said he called the police after he saw new paintings on the auto parts store where he works.
They started several blocks away from the main street. Now they're moving forward, and it seems like every night there's a different group comes down and puts their little names on the wall. And it's real disgusting. You try to have something nice, you spend money, try to have a nice, attractive business. That's what brings business in, is when you have a nice-looking business. And when you got trash all over the wall, that looks like what you've got is trash.
In Odessa, Jason Feinberg, News West 9.
And while residents are upset, law enforcement and city officials are frustrated because they can't be everywhere at once. Fields Mosley spoke with police today and found out what they are doing about the graffiti problem.
The kids are going in and stealing this spray paint off of the shelf. In some instances, we have information, very reliable information, that parents are actually purchasing the spray paint for these children to commit these offenses.
Paint is only the beginning of the problem. It is illegal for children under 18 to buy it, but graffiti can be seen all over Odessa, and it is not just in out-of-the-way places. Police say kids will use anything paintable to express their form of art, and it is always on someone else's property. Many people associate the problem with gangs, but Sergeant Oren of the Odessa Police Department said these are mostly groups looking for identity.
We have a problem with certain groups of individuals who are bent on identifying themselves, and that's where you get the different logos.
Police say the problem is rampant, but they are getting help. A task force of citizens, business people, and law enforcement met for the first time last month to discuss the problem. The Optimist Club is getting set to cover graffiti on buildings using donated paint. Crime Stoppers and Neighborhood Crime Watch also help reduce the problem. But even with all of these programs, graffiti won't go away overnight.
It's a malicious mischief by certain individuals who are doing this. Certainly it's frustrating. It's just like when your home is burglarized, you feel violated, and I can certainly empathize with that. But I think the Neighborhood Crime Watch is an integral part of this.
In Odessa, Fields Mosley, News West 9.
Now, Odessa police encourage anyone with graffiti problems to call and file a report. They say they need to know about any activity that involves kids and spray paint. It was 3 months ago that the UIL cracked down on Permian football for not complying with transfer rules.
But the issue of who is responsible for ensuring compliance with UIL rules goes on. Our Judy Garcia was at the ECISD board meeting tonight where it was all too clear parents aren't satisfied with the district's response. Judy?
They are not satisfied. Now, the district did appoint a 10-member task force to look into the problem. They delivered their report today, but that didn't do much for parents. The district appointed a 10-member task force to look into the problem of UIL transfer problems. But today, that didn't seem to do anything for parents' fears, and it seemed to have done little to quiet their concerns.
We have to abide by the rules. We can't do the things we want to do because we won a couple state championships. Every head of department in this school system have rules to follow. Every last one of them. Math, English, special education department, every department in this school system have rules. And you have to follow those rules, and it's up to the school board to make sure, and the superintendent to make sure those rules are followed.
ECISD board member Alan Strambler again got applause from the crowd for taking a firm stance on ECISD's responsibility for not complying with UIL rules on students transferring from one school to another for the purpose of playing sports, particularly football. The district special task force delivered their report, but parents still are not happy.
What kind of people would be elected by their neighbors and friends to protect the best interest of their children than allow an employee which they are responsible for to get away with such a travesty of justice?
Most of these people expressed through applause that they would like to see either the athletic director or the superintendent or both replaced.
We have two very competent administrators in our system right now that could take over the superintendent's responsibilities immediately, Steve Chapman and Ray Starnes. In my opinion, making these two men have to answer to our present superintendent is like having Eisenhower and MacArthur serve under Colonel Sanders.
I would like to see a resignation at the top of the ladder, and I would like to see some department heads replaced.
Members of the task force knew they would not please everyone.
They have a right to contest the decisions of what's been made. I suggest that the people that feel the most hurt by this are the kids.
Jay and Melissa, in this 6-page report, the first 4 pages outline the causes of how this happened, how the district overlooked the policies. The last 2 pages make recommendations, and among them are recommendations that the superintendent and the athletic director should be publicly reprimanded.
Okay. So far, that hasn't happened.
No, it has not.
Okay. Thank you, Judy.
Very good. Thanks, Judy. If you're planning on a big refund from the IRS this year, then the state could be standing in your way.
Plus, what are the hottest jobs college grads are after here in the Permian Basin? We'll tell you next.
But first, here's a look at tonight's Pick 3 Lotto Texas numbers. They are 0, 9, and 2.
Now let me get this straight. You want a great deal on a new car, and you're considering a Pontiac Grand Am or a Nissan Altima? You do want air conditioning, right? Well, no problem on this Grand Am, but it costs a lot more on the Altima. Automatic transmission? It's included in the Grand Am's price. And you want anti-lock brakes. That's a biggie for the import. So you want all that, and you're considering the Altima? I thought you wanted a great deal.
Grand Am, now with $1,000 cash back at Friendly Pontiac, Schroyer Motor Company, or Wheeler Pontiac.
I'm very thankful for Walmart, Cedar Works, and the opportunity to live in this beautiful area.
Walmart's Buy America philosophy has made the difference in Adams County. We have 225 jobs to speak of.
We keep building, keep adding, due to Walmart.
They've given a lot of people in this area jobs, and this area really needs jobs.
When you got a product like we put out, we can compete with anybody.
Bringing it home sure helps our hometown. When I see Walmart trucks rolling down the road, I know that they're carrying American products.
Some go, some blow. It's the Outlaw National Championship Truck Bowl. This Friday and Saturday night at 7:30, Ector County Coliseum, Odessa. Featuring the nation's hottest 2- and 4-wheel drive thunder trucks. An awesome pulling competition. Plus, wild and crazy head-to-head monster trucks. And a very special added attraction, Megasaurus, the world's only car-eating dinosaurus transformer. He treats cars like a bag of peanuts. Don't miss it. The Outlaws are coming.
These Chrysler Plymouth people have just gone too far. Plymouth Voyager is already #1 in sales, and still, Chrysler Plymouth makes improvements, including all 1998 safety standards now. Then this, up to $2,600 in cash back and option savings. Right, up to $2,600 on Plymouth Voyager, Grand Voyager, and Chrysler Town & Country. Up to $2,600 in savings. Madness at the minivan store.
See your heart of the Southwest Chrysler Plymouth dealers today.
It may not be a presidential election year,
but there are still many important offices to be filled. In fact, if you've already registered, you can go to vote for the March 8th primary beginning tomorrow. Election officials say ballots may be cast in person until March 4th. Now, officials with the Secretary of State's office say about 8.9 million Texans had registered by the February 6th deadline. The registration is also up by 15% over the past 3 years. What if you're waiting anxiously for that tax refund? The check may never come if you owe child support. The state's child support program can claim the money to pay back support. Attorney General Dan Morales says the program intercepted $34.5 million in IRS refunds for fiscal 1992. Now, Texas ranks 3rd nationally in the amount collected through the interception program, behind California and Michigan.
It's getting more and more difficult for college graduates to start their careers in their field of study. But as Scott Stovall reports, there are avenues graduates and soon-to-be graduates can take to help them land that first job.
With our current economic situation, many college graduates are finding it very frustrating to find a job. But with a little effort, that first job can be found. The Permian Basin Quality Workforce Planning Committee recently conducted a survey of area employers, and the results list the top industries for the Permian Basin. These are areas in which graduates are most likely to land that first job. At the top of the list is healthcare. Despite recent layoffs, the oil and gas industry continues to hire graduates. This is followed by government, education, aircraft maintenance, and law enforcement. The job market still remains competitive, though.
Overall, I think that we have to be conscious of the fact that jobs are very scarce right now. Our economy has picked up somewhat in the state. We're hoping that here in the Permian Basin that it would pick up a little bit.
Graduates or soon-to-be graduates can take advantage of services from the Texas Employment Commission, which can match their qualifications with possible jobs nationwide.
Well, what we do, we're in what is called a computerized job matching system. And in the state of Texas, we can look at job orders or possibilities of jobs in any city in Texas where there may be a Texas Employment Commission. Especially in the metropolitan areas.
Many students use the PASS office at UTPB, which is a big help as well. This, along with things like job fairs at UTPB, are a great asset to students.
And we will have a teacher job fair on April 28th, and that's when a lot of schools will come down to recruit. And a lot of students will be in here to open up a placement file. And they will get their placement files ready and have them ready for when the teacher job fair is here.
So while it may be tough out there, those utilizing local resources like the Texas Employment Commission or PASS can get a jump start on their careers. In Odessa, I'm Scott Stovall, News West 9.
According to the survey, the list of top key industries here in the Permian Basin hasn't changed in over 2 years.
UT Permian Basin's park will be growing and getting a facelift.
The UT Systems Board of Regents has reached an agreement with the city of Odessa to add about 54 acres to the park. Odessa will lease the property, and plans call for another softball complex and 7 soccer fields. Mike Barker of UTPB said everyone benefits from the deal.
It benefits our students, it benefits the taxpayers, and it benefits the city, which of course is the taxpayers in reality, but the city itself is able to make good use of our land, and I think that we're very pleased to see them do it.
And construction on the new facilities could begin as early as this summer. And our weather report is just ahead on News West 9.
Well, I hope it's a good one. Meteorologist Mark Lee will tell us how warm the weather is going to get when we come back.
It's all right.
15, 16, 17.
At Jones Motors, they're in training because it's good for their heart and good for yours. During Jones Motors' Make 'em Sweat sale. Make your best deal on any car, truck, or van, and they'll give you 20. Plus, you can register to win $100 cash to be given away every Saturday during the month of February. So push on up or jog on down to Make 'em Sweat.
18, 19, 20.
At Jones Motors, Odessa.
Here's today's News West 9 Energy Report. KWES 9, the star of West Texas.
If you're in the oil industry, perhaps the realities of our times have inspired a smarter look at your daily overhead. But long-term planning should not be forgotten either. Texaco's high-quality specialized lubricants and a regular maintenance schedule can actually help reduce costly downtime. Texaco lubricant distributors are knowledgeable in their best applications and maintenance schedules for climates and industries specific to West Texas. For quality Texaco products, see the folks at McLean's Petroleum Products, FM 1788 and Highway 80, or call 561-9412.
Change. Change is to make radically different. To change is to undergo a modification. To change is to replace with another. Change is exciting. Change is necessary. A change is coming. To Carter's Furniture. A change for the better.
Mark Lee joined us now, and as we hinted, we want him to tell us how much warmer it's going to get, because if it's a repeat of today, we'll take it.
Well, it'll warm up above today by the weekend. We'll probably see mid-60s again tomorrow, but then up in the 70s.
All right.
So if you like that weather, it's going to be pretty much the same. Okay. Quiet for me. I'd rather see a few thunderstorms or something. You know what I mean. But here's the weather picture for you. Speaking of thunderstorms, what a segue. How about that, Jay? From Evelyn Johnson, who shows us a thunderstorm near the Verhalen-Saragossa area, and a towering thunderstorm, a cumulonimbus cloud, Jay. And a neat photograph by Evelyn. That's a neat shot, Evelyn. Mother Nature's most powerful storm there. Cumulonimbus clouds. 49 is our temperature right now. Winds northeast at 40% on the RH, and the humidity, the pressure's going up. High for the day has been 65, 29 the low last night. We have had no rainfall for the day, nor do I see any rainfall for the next few days. So if you like dry weather, that's what we have on tap for you. Temperatures tonight look like this. Not a bad evening out there. Sedaler in Pecos, he's at 50 degrees. We're looking at 39 in Marfa. Want to welcome Penwell Pete. That's what he wants to be called, Penwell Pete. He's our sky watcher. He'll be helping us out for Penwell for the next, whenever he wants to quit, he can quit. But we'll have him on board until he does. 48 in Big Spring, 46 in Warrenly. Zap that temperature up in Westbrook. Satellite this afternoon had plenty of clear skies over the area. A lot of high clouds back behind me here to the west, and we'll put this into motion. And you can see they are moving to the northeast. Fairly impressive storm developing, still in the developing stages here, but it will eventually move to the east. Some of these high clouds will kind of wrap back down southeast, it looks like, along about Friday. So we'll have some high clouds in here, but nothing in the way of rain. Most of the rain with this is going to stay well off to the north. In fact, there is rain and heavy snow in the Cascades of Washington and Oregon, where winter storm warnings are posted there. Some light rain down around here, down around the Brownsville area and out in the open waters, but that's pretty much it. We are quiet in West Texas. going to stay that way for the whole week. Quiet weather. Tonight, 33 and partly cloudy. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 36 at daybreak. Near 50 by noon, and we'll continue with the partly cloudy skies up near 65 by the time it's all said and done when you're driving home from work, and southwest wind at 5 to 15. Here's the surface map then. High pressure still covering the Permian Basin, so it's pretty much dominating our weather. And it's going to stay there, as I said, throughout the week. That's why we're going to be quiet, it looks like. Next storm here, though, will begin to move to the east on Thursday. We will see a pretty strong surge of southerly winds out ahead of it. That will help to warm our temperatures up both Thursday and Friday, probably into the upper 70s, and some areas probably be in the 80s on Friday until the front goes through. Now, when it goes through, it appears now there won't be any moisture available. That means no thunderstorm formation or anything like that. So right now I'm going to forecast a dry passage of that front on Friday, okay? That's when that thing will come through here. Other than that, warm until Friday, and then cooling off when that front goes through by Saturday, it looks like. So real cold air also, I might point out, building up here. And right now, all our latest indication on our computers is that will stay up there. So we won't worry too much about it until we see it begin to budge southward. Then we'll begin to worry about it. Meantime, tonight, we're going to look for 30s, lower 30s around here. And if you like tomorrow, here's how it's going to shape up. Temperatures up in the 60s. We'll see some 70s begin to creep up. 70s and 80s will dominate more of the area as we move into the end of the week. 76 in Presidio, Terlingua, down toward Lajitas. If you live in the mountain sections, Fort Davis, Marathon, Marfa, 65. If you live in the central sections, 65 for you. Pick out your county. Northern part of the Permian Basin, 65 as well. And we'll look for pretty much partly cloudy skies. 5-day outlook shows the warming trend continuing until Friday. Then the cold front goes through. We turn slightly cooler both Saturday, Sunday, and then begin to warm back up along about Monday. So kind of a quiet weather pattern. Again, the pattern's set up where we could possibly see a thunderstorm with the passage of this front, but it doesn't appear right now that moisture is going to be in place.
It'll be almost springtime. Yeah.
Right, but you need moisture in place to get a thunderstorm, so that's why I'm not going to put it in the forecast right now.
Okay, very good.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much, Mark.
Lots of high school basketball on the court. In fact, some playoffs got started tonight.
Sports is up next.
Now let me get this straight. You want a great deal on a new car, and you're considering a Pontiac Grand Am or a Nissan Altima? You do want air conditioning, right? Well, no problem on this Grand Am, but it costs a lot more on the Altima. Automatic transmission? It's included in the Grand Am's price. And you want anti-lock brakes. That's a biggie for the import. So you want all that, and you're considering the Altima? I thought you wanted a great deal.
Grand Am, now an even greater deal with $1,000 cash back. See Jones Motors, Odessa, Texas.
Get your glasses at iMasters and find thousands of frames to choose from. Functional frames and designer names. From trendy to traditional. Find the look, the fit, and the price you want with thousands of frames at iMasters.
Right now at iMasters, all the frames that were priced up to $120 are only $59, even designer frames. Get to iMasters.
Just rolling down that great American highway, with the morning sky lit up like a flame.
For the second year in a row, Ford has 5 of the 10 best-selling vehicles in America, including the Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck, and Ford Taurus, the best-selling car. So to celebrate, your Ford dealer is offering you huge savings. Get cash back as high as $1,000, financing as low as 3.9%, and you could have no monthly payments till May. But this event ends soon. Hurry to your Permian Basin Ford dealer.
All the essentials, all in one convenient package. Abbott Supply has the components for constructing any outdoor building. And whether you're an experienced builder or just beginning, you'll appreciate our complete building systems. Everything's there. Siding, roofing, hardware, fasteners, all you need for your special project at the right price. We'll even deliver to your job site. Abbott Supply Company, the first name in metal building supplies on Highway 80 between Midland and Odessa.
Mike Adkins is here with sports, and Mike, a little playoff action tonight over at Odessa High School.
That's right. The Lady Broncos, 27-6, it was their best record ever, and they were taking on Tascosa, who's a perennial power in basketball, but not very strong this year. They're just 13-15, but you know, you can never count out those teams from the Panhandle. They play good defense, and one problem for Odessa all season long is scoring points, and this is what they were playing for tonight. The by-district trophy. OSS takes the early lead. The inbounds play, Marissa Sandoval buries the three-pointer. Tascosa's coach, well, he was concerned, not too worried. The Lady Rebels' Breezy Johnson makes this one look easy. knocks down a little jump shot. Then the steal by Christina Trujillo. Let me get that right. Gives it to Lindsay Moore, who gives it to Brenda Owensby. The little jumper, and Tascosa was up by 8 at the break. Second half, Harry Mosh watching his Lady Broncos just have more trouble scoring points, although they get a good tough basket here from Terry Butler. She muscles her way inside. Just not enough points, though, for Odessa High tonight. Another easy basket here for Tascosa. The final score, 46-37. Odessa High eliminated from the playoffs. District 3-5A beats up another 4-5A team in San Angelo Central. So Midland High left to carry the torch for District 4-5A. They had a bye tonight in the first round. Let's go to Big Spring, where Wall's taking on Stanton. The cheerleaders for the Buffaloes watching Charlotte Kane get an easy bucket for the Wall Lady Hawks. But this is Laura Hearn. She's the leading scorer, and she shows why. She can shoot the rock, baby. Buries the three-pointer. Then it's Sonia Hopper inside. She gets the nice little pull-up jumper in the lane there, and then the crowd waiting for more. They got it. Kendra Woodfin. A nice move in there. Stanton wins tonight, 49-47. The final score, 49-47. Stanton wins and wins the district championship in the process. In boys basketball, playoff spots were on the line all around the area, starting in Midland, where the Bulldogs needed to beat Abilene if they wanted to get into the playoffs. Young and old dog fans in the pound to watch this one. This was a battle of little different styles. Midland going inside on plays like that one to Jason Kopp. And then the Eagles were flying high from three-point land. Dan Wilson gets one from behind the line. Then he spots up on the other side for the tray, and he ends up with 4 3-pointers in the first quarter to give Abilene the lead. Midland's student body, though, would help get the Dogs back into this one. They were rowdy, as always. Jamon Haley hits Ryan Bradbury with the bomb, and he gets the hoop and the foul. Extremely close game, but the Bulldogs win tonight, 94-83. Abilene Cooper wraps up the district title. Lee drops a 6-point decision against Abilene Cooper. Now, Midland High gets second place in the district there, and Lee goes in as the third-place team. How about some Stanton boys basketball tonight? District game in Stanton. The Buffs could have sealed a playoff spot by winning tonight and then winning again on Friday, but the Bulldogs had no part of that from Tacoma Bulldogs. That was Brandon McGuire going between two Stanton players and scores the bucket. The Buffs would tie it up with 1 minute left in the game on the three-pointer by Michael Martinez. We did see him back up to hit that one, but it wouldn't matter. Cahoma pulls it out by 4 tonight, 52-48, the final score. We do have a couple of other high school scores to give you. Boys soccer, Midland is still hot, shutting out Abilene 3-0, and the first ever softball game for Midland Lee is a win, 12-5 over Abilene. Congratulations. Midland College introduced its very first women's basketball coach today. Ron Jones, a former Midland player and currently the coach at Western Texas, is the man. He will he'll be in charge of building a team from scratch. The Lady Shaps start this fall, so recruiting is of the utmost importance in the next few months.
I guess I'm always going to be optimistic in February, and I guess when you get through recruiting in June, you know what kind of year you had, or June or July. But I look for it to be a good year. I fully expect to compete very well in this conference next year, and I think that's realistic.
And it ought to be fun. Another Midland College, Odessa College rivalry will shape up next year. The United States ski team was really not expected to accomplish much in these winter games, but in the first 3 days of competition in Norway, boy, the skiers are carrying the rest of the team. Diane Roth-Steinroder captures the gold medal today in the women's giant slalom. United States' second gold medal, only its second medal overall.
Both
2 golds,
skiing.
and that is it. Yeah, both in skiing. American hockey team played to a tie today. Again, they had to come back with 2 goals in the last period to tie Slovakia 3-3. And those are really the high points for the day. And nice to see, though, another gold medal.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You're going to get one, it may as well be gold.
That's right. Yeah. No reason to waste all that effort for a bronze. or anything
Absolutely.
Like that.
Thanks a lot,
Mike. Okay.
The casting call has been made for an upcoming TV movie.
Why me? Why anyone? Why me? Why anyone?
Why are these ladies screaming?
Well, because they may be yelling their way into the chance of a lifetime. Confused? Details are just ahead on News West 9.
We've been married for 8 years. Bought a new home, spent a lot on cars and trips. But furnishing our home never seemed to be a priority. Oh, we purchased a few odds and ends, but nothing of any real value. Then we realized how important our home was to us. We decided to invest in something we could be proud of and enjoy every day. We chose Drexel Heritage. It just made sense.
Chesapeake Interior, exclusively Drexel Heritage.
The high cost of health care, everyone has a part in keeping it down. So we took what you like about Walmart and what you want in a pharmacy and put it right inside your Walmart store. The result?
Walmart's pharmacy department.
With professional service and the low price on every prescription.
So next time, bring it here.
Or ask your doctor to call.
Walmart's pharmacy department, your full-service pharmacy, right inside Walmart. Always the low price, always.
I want to be in touch with reality.
Whoa, show me something I haven't seen before.
Kids. Kids have a million questions. I gotta have a little action. A little action in my life.
I want what I want when I want it. Now you can get cable the way you want it. And to prove it, we'll give you a month of Dimension cable free. Call Dimension today at 694-7721 before this offer ends.
What if someone were to design a car with the wheels moved toward the corners that offered more passenger room than Ford Taurus or Toyota Camry? Someone did. What if someone were to design a car with a safety feature they don't give you, like an available integrated child safety seat? Someone did. And what if someone offered a car this advanced at a not-so-advanced price, $21,555? Someone did. Dodge Intrepid. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
The Tanya Harding-Nancy Kerrigan saga is already headed for a television movie.
As Gary Tuckman reports, it'll be short on drama and long on comedy.
It was almost as if Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan walked into one of those fun houses with all the mirrors. Everywhere you looked, there were Tanya lookalikes and Nancy lookalikes.
I'm innocent. I didn't do anything.
All right.
I just want to give her a great big hug.
Welcome to open auditions for the first Harding-Kerrigan made-for-TV movie, a 5-minute production that will air next week on cable's Comedy Central network.
It has high drama and low comedy. It's a perfect story for television.
On a frigid, windswept morning, stage fright wasn't as big of a problem as the 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Most of the Tanya candidates said they spent a lot of time evaluating what makes Tanya tick. The Nancy candidates said the same thing about the woman they wanted to imitate. But when it came to audition time, each woman had only one line. The line for the Tanya wannabes came from the mouth of the real McCoy.
I have devoted my entire life to one objective: winning an Olympic gold medal for my country.
All I ever wanted to do was win the gold for my country. All I ever wanted to do was win the gold for my country. All I ever wanted to do was win the gold for my country.
And the line for the Nancy wannabes was the most famous line of them all.
Why? Why me? Why me? Why anyone? Why me? Why anyone?
An actor who will be playing who else, Tanya's bodyguard, Sean Eckhart, helped to judge the audition.
So far, the best skaters are the worst actors, and the best actors are the worst skaters. There are more Tanya and Nancy's today than you can shake a stick at, pun intended.
Speaking of puns intended,
Why me? Why anyone?
could this person have been serious about wanting to get a role as America's ice skating sweetheart?
Why do you think you make a good Nancy Kerrigan?
What did I say?
Because I can act, damn it. I can act.
The final decision on who gets the roles will be made later this week. This man is not one of the favorites.
In the world of showbiz, when you wish someone good luck, you tell them to break a leg. Rarely has that term seemed so appropriate.
Why me?
Gary Tuckman, CNN, New York.
Why us? That's what I want to know, huh?
Good question.
Yeah, well, look for that. It'll be coming soon to televisions across the country, I guess.
If it's worth the wait.
Hey, we're out of time. Thanks for joining us.
See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Wrap it up.
Get ready. All stations.
State Liquidators will be here. 2 days only. Car stereo starting at $9. Car speakers just $9. 40-piece socket set just $5. Oh, my God. Hello, McFly. You hearing this? AT&T cordless phones only $29. Answering machines just $19. Wake up. Designer watches only $9. Hurry! Everything sold on a first-come, first-served basis. The first 100 people each day get a free gift.
This Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. In Midland at the Best Western Midland, and in Odessa at the Holiday Inn Parkway.
It's National Lobster Month, now at Red Lobster. Crack it open, take a bite. Lobster lovers, tonight's your night. Fresh from Maine, Rocktail too. It's Lobster Month. Just 1 month to enjoy 7 great lobster dinners and tasty lobster appetizers, all at special prices. Special time, special taste. If you're looking for lobster, this is the place. Hurry to National Lobster Month, now at Red Lobster.
Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart.
At Danka, the copier and fax company, we believe that actions speak louder than words. So we're distributing thousands of office recycling bins to our employees and customers nationwide. Join in with Danka's office recycling, and together we can make a world of difference.
Thank you for watching KWES 9, KWES TV.